Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about the opening minutes for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 11, titled Bounty. We got some pretty good stuff in here, like a lot of good information. It's a flashback scene, and we're going to discuss it in this video today, breaking it down for you guys. But before I do begin, spoiler warning if you aren't caught up with The Walking Dead, and if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, hit that subscribe button for daily content, but let's get started. So yeah, the opening minutes for Episode 11 is a flashback, and we get to see Jesus again. Woohoo! Jesus fans get to see him at least one more time. And that is why I believe Tom Payne's name is not done from the credits. It's still on the credits. So we'll see after this episode if they take it out. If they do take it out, then he probably is done. If not, there's going to be another flashback. Tom Payne did, a tease way back in, November when the death scene happened. He teased that there could be flashbacks. So it looks like we are going to be getting a flashback of Jesus in this episode. So the opening minute starts off with the kingdom. We got King Ezekiel, Carol, and Jerry. And they're waiting for the Hilltoppers because they're doing a trade. But Jerry dropped some huge news that Nabila is pregnant, and I don't exactly know when this was during the 6-year time jump, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Jerry has a child now, which is awesome because we're gonna see little Jerry in episode 11 most likely. But this is also very scary because this looks to be, with the whispers coming in, they could possibly be taking out a lot of people when that big Pike moment happens. Now and they're building up. We know how The Walking Dead works. They build up relationships. They make us, like people's dynamics and this and that, and then all of a sudden, boom, one of them is gone. We just saw that with Jesus and Aaron. They were starting to like each other. They're getting close with one another, and then boom, Jesus is gone. So I have a feeling the same thing is going to happen with Jerry and Nabila. I don't know which one is going to go, but I would be shocked if both these characters survive, season 9. And, as heartbreaking as it would have been if it was just a couple, but now they have, a child together, it's going to even be more heartbreaking. But that's, like I said, The Walking Dead, that's how it works. They need to build relationships and stuff just so when a death happens, it'll hit harder and it'll evolve the character, and that's needed for the TV show. But then we have Tara and Jesus roll up with horses, and I think in the beginning of the video I said they're doing a trade. They're not doing a trade. The kingdom just gave the hilltop or just these two guys some medicine because I guess there's a sickness going around the hilltop. But we just found out our first little hint about what really is going on between these communities, because Tara says that she's not going back to Alexandria because she took some medicine and took some supplies that their council was not, they weren't willing to give that stuff to the hilltop. But Tara said we're family, and Tara just took it and left. So that's why she's not going back to Alexandria. And then the kingdom gave them some medicine also. So again, there's obviously some sickness going around the hilltop, and I guess maybe Alexandria wasn't that willing to help. That's why Tara left, and then that's why when Alexandria came to the gates of the hilltop, they were kind of shunned. So, I guess Alexandria was the one community that didn't really want to help. And this is a big hint about what is really going on between these communities. And I really like this flashback. Jesus also said that Maggie is not the biggest Michonne fan. So it looks like it's mainly Michonne and Alexandria that are having the problems with the other communities. And this makes a lot of sense because I think we're going to learn a lot about this also in episode 12, because in the trailer for season 9B, we had that scene where Siddiq was saying, what does it mean for Alexandria if the kingdom falls or something? And, Michonne said it means Alexandria survived. So it's I don't want to blame or anything or say Michonne's in the wrong. I still need to learn more about this, but it's hard to tell because Michonne has 2 young kids, and yeah, the hilltop has kids too and stuff. So I just have to wait and see a little bit more about what really is going on. I don't want to, just jump ahead and say that, yeah, Michonne is in the wrong here. We don't exactly know. Plus, I don't want to blame Michonne. I like her. No, but seriously, I just want to wait a little bit more to see what exactly is going on here. But it does look like Alexandria, they were the ones that are being selfish. Tara also hands over the charter that the communities made to King Ezekiel and said that Michonne was just letting it gather dust, and you should be the keeper of it right now. So yeah, they really made the charter, which was what they were talking about back in episode 1. I remember when they were in that museum. I think it was like Carol, Maggie, and Michonne. They were talking about making a charter for the communities, and it's so cool to see that come back all the way back until, episode 11. It's coming back around. So they did go through with it, and they have like a bunch of rules. And they have all the communities signed on the bottom. Even the Sanctuary signed it, and Oceanside, which are obviously the Sanctuary fell, so we're not getting any more of that. But Oceanside we haven't seen in a while, but they did sign that. And something I absolutely loved about the charter is that Rick's speech. They literally wrote out Rick's speech. I love that so much. Look right here. Any person who would live in peace and fairness, who would find common ground, this world is yours by right. That is just amazing, like how they actually wrote down Rick's speech. I love that so much. That is actually my personal favorite Rick speech. But I want to hear from you real quick in the comments. So right now, comment your favorite Rick speech. I'm interested. But for me, it would have to be the season 8 finale speech. And then they have articles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I love that, the realism in that I love, because that's what really would happen in a real war like that. Communities coming together and making a charter, making a set of rules. And I just love the realism behind that, because they live in a zombie apocalypse, and the zombies are the base of their world. But I think something about The Walking Dead is just so real, and little stuff like this adds on to that. And then going back to the Maggie and Michonne deal, I want to talk a little bit about that, because that's really interesting, and also a little bit sad too, because I don't know if they ended off in bad terms, which I think they did, because when Siddiq told Michonne that Maggie left, Michonne was a little bit shocked, because she was like, when did she leave? And she was just like kind of shocked at that. So I think they did leave on bad terms, and I don't think Maggie told Michonne that she was leaving. And Michonne is also leaving next season, so I don't even know when this reunion between Maggie and Michonne is gonna happen. They do have plans for Maggie to return in season 10, but Michonne is gonna be gone in season 10. So maybe I could definitely see a thing where Michonne comes back and wants to apologize, and then Maggie not maybe apologize, but wants to come and clear the air and fix everything, and then she comes back and Michonne isn't there right now. But yeah, let's say Maggie comes back near like a mid-season finale of season 10 or something. Michonne will most likely be gone by then, because she's gonna be for a limited amount of episodes. I kind of see them doing the same thing what they did with Maggie and Rick with Michonne. She's gonna be there for maybe the first couple episodes, and then she's gonna be gone, going off on her own journey. Maybe they might save Michonne's exit for the mid-season finale, because I don't see Michonne leaving in the middle of the Whisper War, but I don't see the Whisper War ending in the middle of, just the middle of the season. The Whisper War is most likely going to end the mid-season finale. I don't see the Whisper War going all the way until the season finale, because we had like a season 8 full of a war. I don't think you're going to do another full season of war. I think and the Whisper War isn't that long, so I think they're going to do just like a half season, and then Michonne is going to leave after that. And then, Maggie would also come back. But I don't think they're going to see each other. I don't think Maggie's going to see Michonne before she leaves. And if Maggie does come back to the show, I'm going to assume that she's going to stick around for the remainder of the show. Like, I don't see her coming back and then leaving again. And I feel like I feel like the only way to sign Lauren Cohan is if she agrees. Maybe not the only way, but I feel like when they're gonna try to sign Lauren Cohan, if they haven't done it already, they most likely are gonna try to do it the same way they did with Norman and Melissa. The 3-year deal, because I think they have a vision of what they want with the Rick movies and wrapping up everything together. And then if that doesn't happen, then obviously I think Maggie would just be incorporated into the movies like Rick and Michonne. But because I think there needs to be a happy ending for the characters and everything needs to wrap up. But just thinking about the 6-year time jump is so crazy to me, because so much happened in that 6 years. And before the 6-year time jump, the Walking Dead timeline was only like 2 years. So, we didn't even see the 6 years. And that was like 3 times as long as we've ever had in The Walking Dead. So, I don't know. A lot of crazy shit happened. There's going to be a lot of repercussions about it. And it's going to slowly play out. And it looks like episode 11 will be our first flashback. We also got episode 14, which is titled Scars. And Scars is obviously referring to the episode where we're going to learn about Michonne and Daryl's scars, episode 14. That episode is definitely going to have flashbacks also. I just didn't expect us to get a flashback this early, but hey, I'm happy for it, because there are a lot of questions to be answered. And I like how they did this. This is, I think, more interesting than it would have been if it was just a Whispers. Like, I like how they added layers to the series and layers to the story. I think it just makes it way more entertaining and more fun to watch, and there's a lot of different plots going on, and I like it. But yeah, I think it makes sense for it to be in episode 11 because we're getting back to the kingdom. We haven't had the kingdom that much in season 9, and at the end of the opening minutes, we have King Ezekiel. He's sitting in his theater reading the charter. So obviously, this means a lot to King Ezekiel because he even said, like, I'm honored to be the keeper. So, going back to the kingdom, I think that's why this flashback is taking place. But that is the opening minutes we got for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 11, titled Bounty. Let me know in the comments down below all your thoughts and opinions about it. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. And if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.